I know that I create a lot of, I wanted to have something more than that. I thought about doing it earlier, but before I was unready because my web presence did not really have as much of a reach we have right now. Right now, we have about 10,000 users in combined LDN related topics. I've released blogs. I know that my website gets thousands of visits every week. So I think that we're in a different place than I was in April when I decided that I would, from working for hospital-based integrative medicine, will search my own path. And I'm very grateful. I've always been provided with fantastic teachers, and all the teachers thought that I should really consider doing my own business. I've done that for 10 years. So I don't think that that's something that I am fully engaged to do. So what I'm doing is the mentor said that to have a web presence, I'm doing that. And as a result, I have a YouTube channel, and I think people have viewed it thousands of hours. I have a Facebook group, which is growing and combined two groups, about 10 people reaching. The other things that I'm doing is that I've had like 3 blogs, and it's not easy. It's kind of clunky. So I just have one blog. It's a one combination blog. And if I want to separate it out, I'll separate it out, but I'll do it that way rather than posting here, posting there. I think that this is what I think. I think that um, web is really powerful, but there's some limitations. The limitations, especially of Facebook, doing different things, and in the future, the live might come from YouTube. I think that as a social media influencer, to get trapped into one place is really dangerous. I think that in the healthcare arena, we are seeing more and more people, Facebook full control, and really it's a meta universe. I just really am grateful because I started before I had any of these infrastructure. I didn't have the level of engagement that I have had, and I didn't have a group. I didn't have a dedicated team of volunteers that are making things happen. So I am just really grateful. Because of this, we started a Facebook group. Now I have 4 websites. Because of the, I've also learned a lot about search engine optimization. That's really a wonderful growth as well. So I'm just really grateful. Everyone, different things that have happened, really helpful. So I'm gonna go to the Facebook group, and there has been Q&A, and you're feeling the pressure. More and more LDN groups are being banned, and then they have to appeal, and then they can come back. So one question that they have, is there a list of doses if you're doing, can you please share the list? So there's no one way of doing it. I think that I have had YouTube video talking about basically the idea of optimum dose, and it's not written the dose that your body likes and you get excellent response without a problem. So this could be 1 microgram for one person, another person you'd be more than 1 microgram. So very simple. You are very sensitive. Say yes. And then if you say that you are very sensitive to sensitive medication, we cover that. Question is, do you feel vital? Do you feel full of energy? Answer is yes or no. And then according to that, there's different score. So the last is, how long have you been sick? So if you have been sick a long time, you're a very sensitive person, functionality also is low, then that's 3 things that you say yes. Then I would say you should start at 10 to the minus 3 power. Obviously, this is not a medical advice. I don't know whom I'm talking to, but that's just my opinion. Publish something later. But if you go to ifmsynergy.com, which is ifmsynergy.com, it's actually written out in terms of blog, and you can subscribe to it or you can look for it, and it's basically optimal dose, and this idea is listed out. So if you are sensitive, then you have a reason to start 10 to the minus 1, that's 0.1 milligram. In addition to that, you have been sick a long time. then I think you got two reasons. So 10 to minus 2, which is 10 microgram. And then if you have all three questions, have you been sick a long time? Are you very sensitive? And are you not very non-functional? And if the answer is all yes, then I think starting from 10 to the minus 3 is reasonable. Now, does 1 microgram be too little? No, I said the optimal dose is the smallest dose that you're getting. What's the use of taking huge doses and then you're getting problems, you're having side effects? It doesn't make sense. Nausea, vomiting, feeling faint. I've done it on myself just to see what it feels like. It's horrible. It is really horrible. So why would you do that? I know that in the beginning, when we used LDN, we said 1.5 milligram. A lot of my patients were having problems. So then we went to less than that. I started them on 0.5 milligrams. And then that kind of became the standard. But the thing is that standard, I still had a lot of people. So I went to 0.1 and I still have some people having problems. So I have this scale published, copyrighted, but it's published. You can share it. If you use it, that's fine. Just give me credit for it. We just hit 8,000 members and I started in April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So that's about 9 months. Because I used to turn people down if they didn't answer our questions. I don't do that anymore because there may be language barrier, there may be that. So it's not an open group because I don't want anyone to just come in. I want people, and if people have names like pasta or unhappy names, you know that they're not a good fit from real life or other interactions, then I might turn them down. But now our moderators get to them before I do, which means that I don't have control over that, and that's fine. We look at people's behavior. That's the most important, not what people say. And we grew from 0 to 8,000, probably more if I didn't turn down more people. And every time there's a challenge, we try to overcome it. So we heard that other Facebook groups are being banned or have been banned. So we actually are making a lot of changes. We had one of the people who helped us in the beginning felt offended that this may be too much change, and I understand that. But my idea is that for a thing to be useful and of service, it has to stay alive. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm grateful to Jill. I'm grateful to Charlie. I think she goes by Charlene, but I also am grateful to Madeline and Sherry, a really, really great group of people came. Sherry, I have worked with about 3 years, so I know how wonderful Sherry is and how grateful I am to have her back in this service. It's just really, really amazing. And everyone else who's doing this, they're not making a cent out of this. We're doing it because we love it. We love what LDN did for all my patients, for my family, me. If I told you anyone that I had influence in my family, they're probably on it. So, that's that. So the time is because this is 8 a.m. I think about 9 a.m. In Pacific time. And this is like 12 p.m. So for New Yorkers, maybe not so good, and Eastern people because it's lunchtime. And then in London, people may not be really good too because it's dinner time. If you want this moved 1 hour before, I can do it. I can't do it 1 hour after, but I can start at 10 a.m. And if that 10 a.m. My time, not 11 a.m. my time. So I'm open to doing it 10 a.m. my time. Up to 9 a.m. My time. The reason is then at some point it becomes too difficult for California people, and I want to be accessible as much as possible. And I can do on Sunday, but maybe on YouTube, different time. But I'm just really, 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 really grateful to the community, to the internet, to Facebook, to YouTube, this and the Wix and the Ghost blog. I'm just very, very grateful. So another one says I had to quit because of side effects. I'm wondering if I went too high. side effects mostly when went up in the dose, but last 5 days and then go away. But when I reached to 3.5, it didn't go away. So I think that this is again the idea. Optimal dose is not written. You got to find out, and it's a dose that it works for you. And Charlie likes to say mantra is to go low and slow. Our goal is the lowest dose to address the issues without side effects. It's true. It's not a race against specific dose, or you will miss your sweet spot, and everyone is different. It's true. And I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, SIBO, and gut flu infection, medication for thyroid in optimal range, but still having symptoms like puffy and hair shedding and fatigue. And, I think that the idea that I have is that it's not easy to have an autoimmune disease. And if autoimmune disease is not just targeting one area, it's targeting your whole body. And so even though medication covers for the thyroid function, it doesn't do anything for other things. So I think that that's what I like to say. So if that's the case, then LDN, I think it makes sense for people to try it, because if you don't try it, then the hypothyroidism or the autoimmune disease process that is driving the Hashimoto's thyroiditis is ongoing, and you're not treating that. And what I say is that basically your thyroid making factory is being destroyed by autoimmune process, and that doesn't help you. So I think that root cause autoimmune condition can be addressed. LDN is one way of doing it. There are many other ways of doing it. And by the way, LDN, I love LDN, and I use it because it's the only medication I'm really happy about prescribing. And it doesn't mean I use other tools. I use other tools, but I don't think you need me to tell you about the other tools. This one person says, LDN being used same time as SSRI, no problem. Methylene blue is a different. You have to be more mindful of the dose. The doses that I use are probably not an issue, but if we go to the doses higher, targeted, the methylene blue I really like because it does two things. One is it helps with mitochondrial refresh, and the second, higher doses, it has antimicrobial thing. Why do I like them both? Because I think that it makes sense to have you support the mitochondria, but if you have diseases like Lyme, if you have processes that you think antiparasitics can be helpful, then I think methylene blue high dose makes sense. But if you are on SSRI on high dose, you are at risk for developing a thing known as serotonin syndrome. And we don't want that. That can be an emergency. Not pleasant, don't do it. And then another person said, anyone on LDN, central nervous system, nerve pain, it's not a neuropathy. I get it. It's a damaged nerve in spine, and it's caused numbness, tingling in knees through right foot. So I understand that. I've had that. As a matter of fact, I'm going through it right now. So what I'm doing is what I told you not to do, which is I'm using higher dose of LDN. I'm not giving myself a lot of time. As a result, I suffer the side effects. And I'm going to do it again because I need to get to the therapeutic dose quickly because of my experience and expertise. I know what the dose is. You guys don't. So go slow is better. This is the typical parenting thing, which is do what I say, don't do what I do. But in general, the difference again is that I know my body, I know what dose I need. So and that's the value of listening, working with a physician who has expertise. So is LDN being used by? No, we answered that question. Sorry about that. I also in our post I also talk about Threads, Blue Sky, Mastodon, and I also created a WeChat group. And if you are interested, you can DM me here, but you can also contact me through the website www.ldnsupportgroup.org. I have free books for people, free letters to give to your doctors to educate them And so that's what I, it's something that I am, I just, I love doing this. And so the other post says that is there a trick to restarting LDN? Yeah, if it's too high, then you're gonna do what I do. But like I said, I have a reason. I have nerve injury that got exacerbated, and I'm addressing that. And so I know the dose that I need to use, and I need to get to sooner rather than later because other things are not working. Anyone with RA did LDN stop progression? Yeah, about third of the patient I think gets fantastic results, including remission. I said up to third get fantastic results. They just need LDN. The other third I need to do more. I have to work harder for them. They have to work hard for themselves. And then the other third, it doesn't matter what they do. And it just breaks my heart. And I think that's why I love these groups because I learned so much from doing this. I really learn a lot from my patients. All the important things my patient taught me. It's not from the fellowship. It's not from this. It's my patients taught me about LDN. And then the conferences can be helpful. I learn a lot from conferences. Formal training has been least helpful. So, does anyone divide up the contents of 50 milligram? Yeah, absolutely. When my patients say, Dr. Kim, I cannot afford LDN, it's just too expensive, then I tell them, if you have insurance, have your doctor write you the 50 milligram. And then there are ways to dilute it. And you can look it up in YouTube. You can ask a science teacher if you know it. And I think that's really, 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 really great. And then there's concerns about hair loss, and I created a blog on that as well. And yeah, I think it's true. I have patients who tell me that. Um, and then another one about rash after starting LDN. Absolutely, it's possible. Why? Because it's a modulator. Some people say acne gets worse. Some people say, everything's better except acne. So I think it's not a magic thing that fixes it all. I mean, it modulates the immune system and inflammation. So there's a reason to make things happen. Some things will get better. Some things get worse. The other person talks about the LDN for neuroinflammation. Absolutely, that's what I'm trying to do now, with higher doses. Um, and that's I think, and the other person saying that I tried LDN several times, but I had to stop due to side effects. Yeah, really, the same thing. You will hear me again. The idea of optimal dose is the lowest dose that that does the maximum good. And the danger of doing like just rushing through the doses to get the high doses, high probability you'll have side effect. Low probability you will discover optimal dose. Like my one of the moderator Charlie says, the mantra is start low and increase it slowly. Find the optimal dose, and go too fast, you will not find it. So that's what I think. So if anyone has any questions, you can put it in comment, or you can DM me. I really think that and next time, you will have more. You will have more. What do you call notice? I've given you guys like 5 minute notice. Um, I do think that live is going to be more important. And like I said, I think it's important for district content maker to have various diversify. I think it's really, really the key. So it's coming up almost in 7 minutes. If you have questions, I would love to answer it. And you can DM me. Probably that's the easiest way in this forum. You can DM me, and I will answer the question. Um, and if you hear my dogs, it's just my spouse has entered. So the bird, dog, cats, all are going to say we're happy to see you. So we have about 7 minutes. I will wait until that, and then I will get this recorded. Probably I will not have it edited yet. I don't know how to do it very well and whatnot. So um, since I seem to have no questions and I seem to have run out of things to say for this time, how about goodbye for now? I'm so grateful. Again, you have 6 minutes to send me a question or two, and probably the best way to do it is just DM me, and I can look at it. I also run the mast cell activation MCAS relief group, and there are other groups called SIBO Revolution, and there's also um, mold recovery, cancer healing and resilience, integrative oncology, and integrative oncology group. And really, that's kind of accident because what happened is that I wanted to just have one of them, but the name didn't sound very good, so I got a better name, and then now I have two groups. And the funny thing is that the name that I thought was less good is actually doing better than the other group. So I guess at some point I may consolidate the group, and for now, the group is small enough I can manage. And so one other thing is, why do I do this? Why do I, a physician who can bill out up to $600 an hour, spend so much time online? What I realized is that that's not a sustainable model, or that's not a scalable model. I need to make a living, and money is important to pay my bills and pay my debt. But really, I can say this way: it's it's not everything in my life. It's everything in some people's life, but it's not everything in my life. And I want to do the maximum good, and I feel like the online is the best way to do the maximum good. So again, I don't see any questions. So I think I'm going to sign off for now. And unless you have questions, you have 4 minutes. Otherwise, I think that this is a good way for us. Uh, and DM, I think the Q&A in this format is okay. If you DM me outside this, I probably will not respond. And it really has to do the rules. The rules of Facebook is very stringent. They watch everything from Facebook, WhatsApp, Threads, Instagram. They're all connected. So I respect Facebook. I am in fear of Facebook because they could just end me. And I really like this forum. I try going to the different forums, and Facebook is very unique. I think that's the only one that I know that is Facebook and easy to use. Everyone uses it. I think the younger people say, "Oh, that's what my parents use," but that's whom I'm trying to reach. So this is perfect. So I would like to be compliant with Facebook. I would like to be compliant with Facebook, and I want to, I really want to do the right thing for the Facebook. I want to do the right thing for myself, and I want to do the right thing for people who need information. Oh, diverticulitis. Do I have any questions? So yeah, I do have questions. I think it really depends on, um, is it autoimmune or is it idiopathic? Idiopathic means medical profession is uh, an idiot and they don't know what's going on yet. And sometimes I'm idiot too, so I don't want you to think that, oh, I'm better than them. No, I think I'm equal idiot because I come from medicine. I'm a doctor of medicine, and I use the same database as them. So I am guilty too. But is it a good idea? I think so. I think it's a good idea to try. I would try low dose. I would ask your doctor to go as low. I told you the three criteria. Are you sensitive? Have you had this condition for a long time? Um, and are you functional? And if you're very sensitive, not very functional, and had this condition a long time, start with low dose. What's low dose for me? People love to throw microdose. Uh, 1 microgram is microdose. 10 microgram is microdose. 100 microgram, maybe, maybe not. I don't. I consider like 1 to 10 to be micro, and then rest. I just say the amount because I don't want to get caught. MCAS, I'm not advertising because MCAS is really tough, and I have enough MCAS patients. They're tough, and I think it's really easy. It's not hard. It just is tough because I need them to trust me. But by the time they get to me, they have been. Um, if I say the word, I will get in trouble, so I cannot say the word. But I think you know what word I'm talking about. It starts with F. But I think because of they've gone through so many people, and they don't sit down and say, "Hey," and I explain to them, it's too late now. Um, Unless I have a reason, I think I have a new intake process that if it shows that they have been had by other people, I just tell them to go to a famous person that they really trust, and hopefully they will not say it's me. And the other thing is that I only have two new patients per year, per month, and my panel closes at 99. So it's still open, but when it reaches 99, uh, so I need a mix of patients. I don't want to have all MCAS. I don't want to have all cancer. I need some people who's going to get better quickly so I can graduate them. And this is the same as my the rescue dogs. If the rescue dogs cannot rescue anyone, they get depressed. So the rescuers sometimes will play game at like every third one rescue, or will hide in rubble or hide in the snow, and the dog will find it, and everyone's, oh, you did such a good job. You need to get rewarded, and the dog's happy, and dog doesn't get depressed. So I think maybe I'm like that. I need to see people getting better. So luckily in my real life practice in Fredericksburg, I'm working for someone, and I just see that every day, and I think I'm spoiled. I need to see that, otherwise I'll quit. So allergists, primary care, rheumatology, I don't care. The one that listens to you the most, the one that you feel most comfortable. I tell them that we're all tools. We're tools of God. And I pray to God that He will send me some of His people, and some of His people will receive miracle through His guidance so that we can give Him the credit. So I don't care. Oh, LDN. Yes, I'm referring to LDN, or low dose naltrexone. Oh, Jill is here. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so grateful for Jill. She's such an amazing, amazing soul. I didn't tell her this, but I am hoping to go to England with my wife, of course, and meet her in her favorite coffee place, because my wife is a coffee monster. She's also a pizza monster too, and she's partial to fish and chips. So I figured that if we go to England, I can look up, and that's kind of my fantasy, is that when our group gets so big, then I can travel to different places and then meet up with our group members, and that's why I do what I do. I love what I do. Um, am I getting paid for this? No, actually not. It's Saturday morning at 11. I'm sitting here doing this, and Jill doesn't get paid, and she's really such an amazing. And we have so many people like this. Tori, Madeline. So I just want you to know that I'm so grateful to all of you. So with this, I'm gonna give you guys another minute to ask me question. If not, I'm going to sign off. And next Saturday, I'm gonna probably change the venue to YouTube, just because, like I said, having dependence on one place, I think, creates weakness. And I'm a non-believer of weakness. I'm a believer of learn from other people's mistakes, and be grateful and always move forward. So I want to wish you, allow this blessing of, may the best things are yet to come for all of you. Let me repeat, best things are on your way. So allow that to happen in your lives, and choose every action thought, so that best is yet to come to all of you. So with that, I will sign off. Thank you so much. Bye bye.